Hey gorgeous, I am so excited to make this video for you today because I want to tell you a little bit more about how I actually became the magnetic woman and what I was like prior to this transition, because I know that you can read my emails, see my stuff on Facebook, see all the beautiful photos from my photo shoot and think that, oh my gosh, it's so easy for Lauren to be magnetic and have men approach her because of how she looks or of how she acts, or it's just so easy for her. And I haven't always been this way. If you've followed any of my stuff or been on any of the trainings that I've done, then you know that there was a time in my life that I call so affectionately turtleneck Lauren phase, where I was so riddled with body shame and self-confidence that I did everything I could to cover up my body. So I wore turtlenecks, I wore ill-fitting clothes, I had no idea how to dress myself. I definitely had no idea what to do with makeup. So I haven't always been this magnetic in my appearance, but I want to tell you a little bit more about what actually happened to make me magnetic. So when I was in my mid-20s, I wasn't really dating. I'd had relationships that I had lost myself in, right? So I gave up all of my desires, all of my emotions, all of my feelings in order to try and appease the person that I was with, to try and be, the good girlfriend and be right and be perfect and all of that good stuff. So when I was in my mid-20s, I had kind of resigned myself to, I have a pretty okay, stable career that's somewhat enjoyable. I wasn't completely lit up about it. But I really felt like, you know what, I'm just not going to have a partner. Or if I have a partner, it's not going to be for a very long time. And I was like, you know what, that's fine. Guys don't really like me. I'm not that attractive. You name it, I thought it. Now, were there men out there, guys out there that probably did like me? Yeah, I couldn't see it through my own lack of confidence, my own body shame, my own awkwardness. So if a guy would text me, I would spend hours agonizing over what to say back. I was so unsure of how to flirt. I would read popular magazines and think about, okay, how can I do that? How can I be that kind of woman? And it all felt very awkward. I have a feeling you're feeling the exact same way, right? Dating can be tough. So what happened for me when I was in my mid-20s and I was basically resigned to living a life alone was my dad passed away. And I had no idea what to do. I was feeling such intense grief and loss and such sadness. And I had no idea what to do. None of my peers knew how to approach me or handle me. And I felt so lost. And so this is how I found my way to self-development. And I found my way to a course that promoted this idea of living a pleasurable life. Now, what grieving 20-something-year-old woman isn't going to be like, you're talking about fun, I'm feeling the opposite, here's my credit card, right? So when I went into this program, what I found truly was my ability to connect to my feminine, right? So it was learning how to master my emotions, how to deal with this grief, how to alchemize it into living a better life than I had imagined or that I thought was possible at that time, that I started to see men responding to me in a different way. Now, was learning about how to flirt and how to seduce in a feminine way, and I became obsessed. I read everything I could. I took courses. I did training, certifications, you name it. I was obsessed with how men and women communicate, but more importantly, how to be in this space as a woman to kind of draw in what I want, because I was so exhausted with what I was experiencing in my personal life. I also felt like, heck, I don't even have the energy to go out there and make this happen, right? And so once I started to see how differently men were responding to me, I started to embody more confidence. I started to feel more comfortable interacting with men. I started to take more care of what I looked like and really go into what feels really good to wear and what feels really good to, feels really good in a way to do my hair, to do my makeup. And all of this combined started making me more and more and more magnetic. And I realized that if from such a place of grief and loss, I could alchemize that into creating such a full life and become so magnetic in the process, I wanted to help other women do the same. So you see, my story, my trajectory of becoming the magnetic woman started with tragedy. And I know that you have experienced, whether it's a loss of a loved one, a death, grief, you've experienced heartache, you've experienced devastation in your love life. And I know you're wondering if it's possible for you to embody the essence of magnetism, how I embody it. And it may not look exactly the same, but I wanted to give you this story because I wanted to give you reassurance that even through your deepest pain, deepest despair, that is your opportunity to alchemize and really create what it is that you desire. So it's not because you've experienced heartache you can't experience love again. It's really because you've experienced heartache you can experience love again. And there's such a power in a woman coming into that confidence in herself, even through her darkest time, the most horrible thing you've experienced, coming back to the knowledge and resting in how powerful you are. And even if you don't feel it, there's ways to learn how to feel it. Because once you lock into it, that's what shifts everything. So again, I just wanted to give you this tragedy turned abundant life story so you know that what you see here was learned, practiced, embodied. Not only is it possible for you, but it's possible for you in a way that feels so good for you and that feels so easy. So I hope, if nothing else today, wherever you are, whatever you're feeling, you feel a little bit more confident in your ability to attract in what it is that you desire. Have a great day.